11. Skip and Justice has Andres Ulloa riding for George Leonard III. You also have the 6 on B's ticket, One Last Bite. Declan Cannon riding for Mike Lauer. That horse having debuted here, but on a muddy track. Fast track here today and stretches out, does One Last Bite. And then number 11, that's Empire Dancer. 3-race maiden. You have Victor LeBron on board. Showed some speed. Is going to have to overcome that outside draw today, going a route of ground for the first time.
Yeah, I have 1-10-11, and he left Bickermans off here. This was a Twitter Tuesday race a little bit ago. Everyone was on Bickermans because the bettor's favorite ended up third and just kind of lost right at the wire for place. I think that this one's going to be pretty tough. And honestly, I went 10-1-11 here, and he has 1-6-11 on his ticket. So we both agree. One Last Bite is his little bit of a long shot in these picks. Declan Cannon aboard for Mike and Penny Lauer, a 3-year-old daughter of Reddy's Image, coming off a muddy track. I would just count that out. I mean, you never know how a young horse is going to fare when getting mud and slop thrown in their face. And you could tell this was a lady. She did not like the rain. And if she could choose, probably would pull a Rachel and say, I don't do the rain when I'm racing. So One Last Bite, I really like that one. Declan, excellent rider there. But of course, man, I'm rooting for my boy Deshaun. I'm not going to mention any numbers because I'm a jinx, but I think he's got how many mounts today? 8. So he has a heck of a chance today to get what he needs to hit that milestone. So I'm rooting for DP all day long, and I'm heading down to the jockey's quarters after this to give him a good luck hug.
And that's 4 away for that massive milestone. Speaking of Bickermans, by the way.
He's here.
Well, I mean, Bickermans,
you mentioned the number.
You get the jockey change going from meeting. No offense to Andrea Rodriguez, but certainly a rider that's only 4 wins away from 6,000 career victories. So in veterans' hands, but boy, on the dirt, I mean, Bickermans, has never even hit the board. At least talking about the 17 race maiden, at least on the turf, Bickermans has gotten close, in the money with, never having won the gold. But it's Deshaun Parker's on board today, Bickermans. So we'll see.
So you got to give him credit where credit's due.
Race number 8, the sprint, the state-bred sprint over the distance of 6 furlongs. And in the 8th race, Brian's on the 2, 3, and 5. Now here, scratch the also eligible, so a dozen run. Take out 13 Express Lady and 14 Muddy Boots. Fast track here. The AEs are out. And one of Brian's picks here is the 2, Tucha. You have Sammy Bermudez back on board for Marvin Johnson, by the way. Marvin Johnson leads all conditioners here at the meet. 13 victories at the 2022 stand for Marvin Johnson. Tops the leaderboard. 315 career victories here at Horseshoe Indianapolis for Marvin Johnson. And Tucha, wow, she just popped, fired, and won on debut.
Yeah, really nice for Marvin. They really are red hot. It's going to be a good year for them. This race, he went in the 8th with the 2, 3, and the 5. Now, I went to the outside horses, the 12 and 11, but Tucha, a very nice 3-year-old filly who on debut won. So first time with winners and wins first asking. No reason not to include her in this ticket. The 3, Bowie, actually really woke up. That's my top selection in this race. And I was super impressed with that dirt start. It just took getting on the dirt for her and came from the clouds 6th and ended up winning by almost 2 lengths there as the bettor's favorite. So definitely want to include her. And then he likes the 5 Starlit Express. George Leonard's got this one. Now last race was at 5.5. We're going 6 furlongs, was just missed by half a length. Got into a little bit of trouble early, kind of got shuffled. So you definitely want to make note when they do well, which that only missing by half a length and getting shuffled early and overcoming that is always something I take note of. So with this being a full horse field, I end up going to a couple on the outside, Bob's and Lauer's horse that's dropping back down out of Stakes Company. But definitely, if you want to play some exotics, I definitely think Starlit Express. And these are, and obviously this is a multi-race wager, so a very good play here for him, 2, 3, 5.
Yeah, time ticking away here on the pre-race show. By the way, we are working on it. Soon we'll have Brian Aragoni will be joining us live here as we go through. So we're talking about his pick 5 ticket B, Brian Aragoni, but he'll be able to be joining us here, I think, on the show. Wire to Wire, we'll be working on that. Race number 9 off the turf, main track at 1 mile and a 16th. Really quick, scratch 1, Mine Own Star, 2, Sprinklehead, 4, Gun Rush. Take out 6, February Sun, 8, Major Sparks, 10, Fort Lowell, 11, Assiduously, and 13, Sakil draws in as an MTO for Cipriano Contreras with Santos Sanjor, 14, Marital Bliss also runs. Scratch the 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. Goes on the main track at a mile and a 16th. And Brian with the 5, Red Skies at Night, and 14, Marital Bliss draws in Tom Amos and MTO. Watch out.
Yeah, that's all you really got to say. Tom Amos and MTO, watch out. And then he included the 5, Red Skies at Night for Tiana. You know I'm a Tiana fan, so I'm all for it. Missed by half a length for third last time, so you know that was a tough race. 5 and 14 for him on his ticket, and that will conclude B's ticket for the Pick 5 today, the lowest takeout in the land.
Here it is.
11.99%.
And we do look forward to having Brian Aragoni join us live here on the pre-race show. Mentioned yesterday, John Hiron had a training double. Also, Jeff Greenhill. And speaking of Jeff, Lofthouse, a really nice winner for him yesterday, comes from a mare named Wicked Ride, who at one time she sold for over $500,000 as a racing prospect, but she never made it to the races. And eventually, Wicked Ride sold as a broodmare for $30,000 and has produced a couple of foals that have earned over $100,000 to date. Lofthouse, I mean, Deshaun Parker, perfect ride yesterday. Sat right off that duel between the Illinois bred Percy and the Fairgrounds maiden winner, Belle Rebelle. Lofthouse, just a perfect stalk and pounce ride there by Deshaun for Jeff.
And thanks to Tammy for giving us those great tidbits. And also, I think the only thing we haven't covered today is Exactamundo.
Yep, that's today. Mondays, of course. Don't forget Mondays, Dooley's Legends. Take part in that for $100. Hashtag Twitter Tuesday. Racing Rachel's Warriors on Wednesday. And today, Exactamundo, $100. So opt in to the contest today, Exactamundo.
For free 30, ladies and gentlemen.
Quarter past the hour as we get closer to the 3:30 opener. No live racing here tomorrow. Don't forget quarter horse racing on Saturday. No live racing Sunday and Monday. Until next time, for our entire Horseshoe Indianapolis crew and Racing Rachel, track announcer John G. Dooley saying, we're done. Have fun. Bye for now. The horses stepping onto the track for this opening sprint. Race 1 at 6 furlongs. A field of 9. All 9 run, no scratches, no jockey changes here at the top of the card. Number 3, Sister Justice, add 2 pounds to the program weight. Make the 3 plus 2 pounds. Opening fillies, the mare sprint, features Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, double pick 3, starts at a 50-cent early pick 4. Second race, maiden juvenile fillies sprint, scratch 2, Icanti Flatter, 7, Juridical, and 8, You Choose Wisely. Second race, maiden juvenile fillies sprint, race 2, scratch, numbers 2, 7, and 8. Race 3 is off the turf. Third race on the main track over the mile and a 16th, fast, scratch 1, Mr. Peterkin, 2, Flight to Paradise, and 10, Ferry Boat. Third race off the turf, main track at a mile and a 16th, race 3, scratch, numbers 1, 2, and 10. Fourth race, last leg of the 50-cent early pick 4, starting here on the opening sprint. Fourth race, maiden 3-year-old filly sprint, scratch 7, Violent Outburst. Fourth race, scratch number 7, Violent Outburst. Fast track, 2 minutes to post time for the sprint opener. Starts a pick 4, off at the bottom of the hour. We've now drawn to within 1 minute to post time for this opening distaff sprint. Starts the 50-cent early pick 4 off, fast track. And the sprint opener, all 9 run. You have 1 minute. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Opening sprint, first leg of the 50-cent early pick 4, Fast Track. Going to the 6 furlong start for the opener. All 9 run. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. At 6 furlongs, they're going in. Fernando de la Cruz with Just Nadal. Jose Riquelme, She's My Treasure, drew 5. Chelsea Bailey with Royal to Be. Santos Sanjor, Flashy Bell. Green Purple Diamond Belt. Prentice Gage Holmes with Sister Justice going in. Sean Parker with Embroiled. Now Sammy Bermudez, Prime and Proper, last out winner. Tommy Pompel with Stormy's Hero. At 6 furlongs, stand by for a start. One more, Victor LeBron with Sharp Justice, the flat out filly. Royal to Be 2-1 favorite. All 10 races today on the main track fast. First of the day, they're in the gate. Going and running at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and Royal to Be was last away in the white silks. Stormy's Hero broke sharp. Here's Stormy's Hero, who angles in for Tommy Pompel while clear of Sister Justice. Prime and Proper in third through the first furlong and a half. The 5-year-old Just Nadal holds her spot at the rail. 3/4 length to She's My Treasure, who's next, heading toward the half mile. Royal to Be, after breaking slow, looks to gain toward the inside for Chelsea Bailey. Flashy Bell being driven between horses. Sharp Justice posted wide and beaten for speed. Embroiled trails the fillies mare sprint here in the Thursday opener. The quarter for Stormy's Hero, 22.92 seconds. Stormy's Hero, a 12-1 target with inside 3 furlongs to go. It's Stormy's Hero who leads as Royal to Be now gears up and comes past Prime and Proper, who's third. Stormy's Hero at the quarter pole. Sharp Justice winds on the extreme outside. Sister Justice from Just Nadal, She's My Treasure, Flashy Bell, Embroiled has trailed. They're homeward bound, half mile, 47.47 seconds. It's Royal to Be for Chelsea Bailey. 1 furlong to go. Royal to Be took the lead from Stormy's Hero, who's dropping back. Sister Justice plugging away at the rail, then Prime and Proper. Sharp Justice is next, but close to home, it's Royal to Be. Royal to Be, the favorite, obliges by 2.5. Sister Justice was second, Prime and Proper gained third, and Stormy's Hero finished fourth. Two, 3, 4, 8 after the opening fillies and mare sprint. 113.97. 2, Royal to Be at Diva Money, favorite first. 3, Sister Justice at 7-1 second. 4, Prime and Proper, 9-1 third. And 8, Stormy's Hero at 12-1 on the fourth filly. 2, 3, 4, 8, Fast Track, 113.97. Couple of winners here yesterday for John Harron. Takes out the Thursday opener, teaming with Chelsea Bailey. It's the Palace filly. Royal to Be at Diva Money starts the pick 4. They clicked on the Wednesday card, and here taking out the Distaff Sprint opener, Chelsea Bailey with John Henron. Even money favorite 2, Royal to Be, stepping into the winner's circle. 4-year-old Dark Mayor Brown filly by Palace out of the Cliff's Edge mare, Dancing on the Edge, bred in Indiana by Pat and Dennis Duran. For Herron Thoroughbreds LLC of John Herron, Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the connections of Royal to Be. Paid even money favorite, it's official. 2-3 Exacta, return $23.80. 50-cent trifecta, 2-3-4, 45.80. And with Stormy's Hero fourth, the 10-cent superfecta, 2-3-4-8, returned $125.67. And the opener, favorite, first. All 9 ran, 113.97, fast track. In the second race, sprint. Maiden 2-year-old fillies over the 4.5 furlongs, scratch 2 at Canty Flatter, 7 Juridical, and 8 You Choose Wisely. No superfecta wagering. No superfecta, scratch 2 at Canty Flatter, 7 Juridical, and 8 You Choose Wisely. Race 2 of today's 10 will feature Exacta, Trifecta, Double Pick 3, Maiden Juvenile Fillies Sprint, Fast Track, scheduled off in 21 minutes at the top of the hour. In all cases, please make your selections, and Horseshoe Indianapolis wagers early. Thank you. Coming up, our first replay of the day. Hope you had a bet on Royal to Be. Going and running at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and Royal to Be was last away in the white silks. Stormy's Hero broke sharp. Here's Stormy's Hero, who angles in for Tommy Pompel while clear of Sister Justice, prime and proper, in third through the first furlong and a half. The 5-year-old Justadal holds her spot at the rail. 3/4 length to She's My Treasure, who's next, heading toward the half mile. Royal to Be, after breaking slow, looks to gain toward the inside for Chelsea Bailey. Flashy Bell being driven between horses. Sharp Justice posted wide and beaten for speed in Broiled Trails. The Fillies Mare sprint here in the Thursday opener. The quarter for Stormy's Hero, 22.92 seconds. Stormy's Hero, a 12-1 target with inside 3 furlongs to go. It's Stormy's Hero who leads as Royal to Be now gears up and comes past Prime and Proper, who's third. Stormy's Hero at the quarter pole. Sharp Justice and winds on the extreme outside. Sister Justice from Justadal, She's My Treasure, Flashy Bell, and Broiled has trailed. They're homeward bound, half mile, 47.47 seconds. It's Royal to Be for Chelsea Bailey. 1 furlong to go. Royal to Be took the lead from Stormy's Hero, who's dropping back. Sister Justice plugging away at the rail, then Prime and Proper. Sharp Justice is next, but close to home, it's Royal to Be. Royal to Be, the favorite, obliges by 2.5. Sister Justice was second, Prime and Proper gained third, and Stormy's Hero finished fourth.
Our first favorite of the day comes home to score. Yesterday, we started out with 3 straight favorites, and all of a sudden you thought it was a chalk parade. And then all of a sudden madness ensued. We'll see if another favorite comes home to score in here. Otherwise, we might get some long shots along the way. That straight fire pick 6 did come home to score. Someone in Las Vegas brought home over $100,000, and the pick 5 paid well as well. Over $70,000 returned in the pick 5. And anytime 2-year-olds go out to the track, many of them for their first time, madness can ensue. Now, we were scheduled to have a field of 8 go to the gate in here. We did have a few scratches. At Cotty Flatter from post position number 2 is out, along with number 7 and 8. 2, 7, and 8 are scratched. Leaves us with a field of 5, many first-time starters mixed in with some horses with experience. Set to go to the gate as we're just 9 minutes away from race number 2. And oftentimes when I have experienced horses versus first-time starters, I'll take the experience edge over the talent of what could be with those first-time starters, and that's what we have in here in post position number 3 for Mattress Mac, the 2-year-old filly by Good Magic. Made the debut last time out, and it was the first horse by Good Magic to make it to the track. Now, they didn't make it a winning one that day, but they certainly did run well. I thought the horse broke inward a little bit, didn't know much about the starting gate, but despite that trouble at the gate, was still incredibly fast. Despite breaking inward, was still just a half length off of 22 fractions in there. So Araya could have a speed edge in here. Also debuted going 5 furlongs, now technically cutting back to 4.5 furlongs. And I think that experience edge with 2-year-olds that they typically don't like to pass one another very often. You can see many 2-year-old races, whoever gets the lead usually finds the winner's circle, and I'm hopeful that Araya with that experience can break alertly and maybe be a little bit faster than some of the horses to the outside. And based on the wagering right now, it does oftentimes feel silly, at least with my experience. When the money flies in on a 2-year-old like it has with Mazingo, you might not want to play against that one or sit that one out, because the money has certainly come in for your 1-2 favorite. Opened up at 1-5. The money was in that pot early for a 2-year-old filly by Too Much Bling. Now, the breeding is certainly there, and the win early pedigree is there as well, and you have a trainer who happens to be winning at over 40%. There's a lot to like, but at 4.5 furlongs, you really don't have any room for air at all. But look at this good-looking filly. Built like a tank down here in the walking ring. I like what I see. Marcelino Pedroza gets the call, has been working out consistently at Keeneland. The only thing is, it's an Archie bred. I would imagine there was opportunities to race at Oaklawn Park for some state money as well. They've been very patient. We'll see if the patience pays off in here. They do get Lasix for the first time, and Mazingo is a half to direct dial, who's still racing at this point down in Sam Houston, has made over $546,000. The Dam, Fast Fine, she's had success. 6 of them have been first-time starters. 33% have gone to the winner's circle. And she's also producing 21% with 2-year-olds as well. So the win early pedigree is there. We'll see if Mazingo can make the backers happy in here at 3-5. But unlike Mazingo, Morning Boss is a little bit chilly in here for highlight thoroughbreds. This is a 2-year-old filly. You want to talk about win early pedigree by Cantharos. The workouts, there's not many of them, and they're not all that fast. But that's usually not a concern, because when I'm dealing with 2-year-olds, I'm not looking at necessarily the times. Oftentimes, if they're slow, they already have what they need. They have that base and that foundation. Another firster in here who does get Lasix for the first time, although I think in the career for Morning Boss, they're eventually going to be on the turf course. The Dam, she was all turf, including a stakes winner, and she won 7 out of 20 races under the handling of the now jailed Jason Service for Morning Boss. So I do think ultimately Highlight Thoroughbreds and Ray Hernandez are going to move this one over to the sod, but they'll get the debut in here. A little bit of foundation for Morning Boss, a chilly 7-1 right now off that 4-1 morning line. But I'm going to try the experience of Araya in here. We'll see if Gomez can guide this one home over the heavily backed favorite in Mozingo. 3, 4, and 5 is the baby, set to go 4.5 furlongs, just 5 minutes away. Get those wagers in now, and good luck.
The maiden juvenile filly stepping onto the track for our second race. This sprint at 4.5 furlongs, fast track, a field of 5. Scratch 2, a Conti Flatter, 7 Juridical, and the 8 You Choose Wisely. No superfecta bets. Scratch the 2, 7, and number 8. Race 2 features exacta trifecta, double pick 3, fast track, 2 minutes to post time, scheduled off at the top of the hour. We're now less than 1 minute away from post time at the top of the hour. The second race, maiden juvenile fillies sprint. Due off, fast track, scratch 2, 7, and 8. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The fillies arriving at the gate. It is now post time. At 4.5 furlongs, they're going in. Orlando Mojica with Pepper Sweet. Augustin Gomez with a Good Magic filly. Araya was second here on debut. Here's Araya. Mozingo 7-5 favorite, 5-2 Araya and Liturgia. 4-1 Morning Boss and bigger odds Pepper Sweet. Now Marcelo Pedrosa Jr. with Mozingo. Joins Araya, Pepper Sweet, and the red cap has the rail draw. Now Edgar Morales with Morning Boss. Making her bow went in well. One more newcomer, the Cairo Prince filly, Liturgia. Sean Parker with 5,996 career wins. Second of the day at Horseshoe Indianapolis. They're in the gate. Fast track. They're off and sprinting. And there's Pepper Sweet in the red cap. Araya along with Mozingo, and Morning Boss comes up on the outside. Liturgia, Pepper Sweet was soon sprinted back at the 3.5. It's Araya narrowly. Araya just leads. Mozingo go with the blue sleeves, who moves up in between horses, and Morning Boss joins this battle as they come toward the top of the stretch. Liturgia has 5 lengths to raise as they come into this final quarter of a mile. And Pepper Sweet trails the quintet as these maiden 2-year-old fillies straighten for home. The first couple of furlongs went past in 23.28 seconds. A sweep by Morning Boss with Mozingo in between fillies, looking to battle Morning Boss with 1 furlong to go. As Araya backs out of it, Liturgia and Pepper Sweet being outrun now. It's Mozingo. Mozingo, the Too Much Bling newcomer. Mozingo, and on the outside, Morning Boss. It's Mozingo. Mozingo debuts on top for Morning Boss. Liturgia ran on to grab third from Araya, and Pepper Sweet was last to the 5. Four, 5, 6, 3 after the maiden 2-year-old filly sprint. 4, Mozingo. At Eva Money first. Number 5, Morning Boss. At 4-1 was second. 6, Liturgia. 3-1 third, and 3, Araya. At 7-2, the 4th filly. 53.59 fast. Debut win, the Too Much Bling filly, Mozingo. Marcelino Pedrosa Jr., Jerry Karoom's homebred from the Tom Amos stable. Eva Money win for Mozingo. 53.59. The result of the second race, maiden juvenile filly sprint official. Returning to the winner's circle, the 4, Mozingo, with Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. Mozingo is a 2-year-old dark Bear Brown filly by Too Much Bling at a fast find by Mineshaft. Bred in Arkansas by owner Jerry Karoom and trained by Tom Amos. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Mozingo. Paid even money favorite. .59 seconds for the maiden 2-year-old filly sprint. With Marcelino, Mozingo for the Cody photo. Results in 4-5 exacta paid $13.80. 50-cent trifecta 4-5-6. Liturgia third on debut, $9.70. 2-4 the opening double. Royal to be to the newcomer Mozingo, $14.40. There were no superfecta bets on race 2. 2, 7, and 8 were the non-runners. Favored first. 5 ran 53.59 on a track label fast. Race 3 is off the turf. Our third of the day will be run over the main track at 1 mile and 1/16. Scratch the 1, Mr. Peterkin. 2, Flight to Paradise, and take out the 10, Ferry Boat. That was entered as a main track only, but withdrawn. Main track fast, race 3, 1 mile and 1/16. Scratch the 1, 2, and number 10. Race 3 of today's 10 with exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double pick 3. Start to the 20-cent Straight Fire 6, noting the jackpot starts anew after Wednesday's Straight Fire 6 jackpot ticket returned $136,684. A new start to the Straight Fire 6 here. Fast track. Post time for race 3 in 20 minutes time. Off at 4:31. They're off and sprinting. And there's Pepper Sweet in the red cap. Araya, along with Mozingo, and Morning Boss comes up on the outside. Liturgia Pepper Sweet was soon sprinted back at the 3.5. It's Araya narrowly. Araya just leads. Mozingo go with the blue sleeves, who moves up in between horses, and Morning Boss joins this battle as they come toward the top of the stretch. Liturgia has 5 lengths to raise as they come into this final quarter of a mile. And Pepper Sweet trails the quintet as these maiden 2-year-old fillies straighten for home. The first couple of furlongs went past in 23.28 seconds. A sweep by Morning Boss with Mozingo in between fillies, looking to battle Morning Boss with 1 furlong to go. As Araya backs out of it, Liturgia and Pepper Sweet being outrun now. It's Mozingo. Mozingo, the Too Much Bling newcomer. Mozingo, and on the outside, Morning Boss. It's Mozingo. Mozingo debuts on top for Morning Boss. Liturgia ran on to grab third from Araya.
A whole new season of horse racing and a brand new name. I'm Big Joe Stasiak, and this is Legendary Horsepower, sponsored by Horseshoe Indianapolis Racing and Casino in Shelbyville. That's the new name for the former Indiana Grand. Over $35 million in upgrades will wow you. And
Running at Horseshoe Indianapolis, and hello, Pro Show.
Horseshoe Indianapolis welcomes John Dooley. The legendary track announcer from Arlington Park has the call this season. And John, they clearly picked a winner in you.
Well, it's great to be here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. All the great fans, everyone's welcoming with open arms, and really looking forward to the meet and first month. And we have a long way to go until the day before Thanksgiving to wrap up the 2022 season.
You've called hundreds of graded stakes races. How do you prepare?
Well, they're the top-notch races, of course. We have Indiana Derby Day here coming up in July, the Indiana Oaks, of course. And when you have those top-tier horses, like for many years, I mean, I called 22 runnings of the Arlington Million, called during the winter months at Fairgrounds Racecourse, and of course, they have the big Louisiana Derby we'll talk about. So, of course, you step up your game when you have those big races, and that includes thoroughbreds, quarter horses, and the Indianapolis 500.
Join John Dooley for the call afternoons Monday through Thursday. Plus, Google Horseshoe Indianapolis for special events. I'm Big Joe Stasiak. Thanks for watching Legendary Horsepower, sponsored by Horseshoe Indianapolis in Shelbyville.
Minutes to the third race here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. We have a 3-year-old Nup claiming for $15,000. This was ridden for the turf. We're going a mile and a 16th on the grass. This is for non-winners of 2. The 1 and the 2 are out. The MTO did not draw in, so the 10 is out as well. And there's just not a lot of dirt form in this race. But I am going to go 7, 8, 6 in here. Looked at it a little bit more after I got taken off the turf and ended up deciding that the 8 and 6 might have a little bit better of a chance now that we are on the main track. The 7 Big Blue, though, is who I'm going to start with. Shorty Perez is aboard for Cheryl Winebaugh. This one's bred by Calumet Farm. Ken Fishbein owns this 4-year-old colt by Big Blue Kitten. English Channel Dam coming out of a claiming for 15 on 2 here. That was on the grass at a mile. Likes to come from off the pace and came from pretty far back. Ended up finishing fourth. Kind of had a little bit of a mild gain there at the end. I kept this one on top because it's never ran on dirt. And I think, honestly, with the other horses not really being proven on the main track, that Big Blue might really like it. Talk about aptly named. I don't know if it's the groom or what, but that looks like a big horse down there in the paddock. First time on dirt. We'll see what happens. Repeat in this class because it's dropping down, has been down in 12.5 at Gulfstream Park, but dropped down out of a claiming for 28, claiming 15 last time and coming to Indiana. Has ran the turf a couple times and did well, so I know they probably weren't very excited, but hey, let's take a whack at the dirt here. Big Blue's who I'm going to go with on top. And then I went to the 8, Deceiver. Deceiver is 6-1 right now on the tote board. Fernando De La Cruz, aboard for Tim Gleishaw. Tim's got a good percentage in 2022 with his horses. I highlighted a couple of starts back in February 6th at a mile and 16th on the dirt, claiming for 16th. A second place finish, and back here on October 14th last year at a mile and 16th, just beaten half a length in a maiden, claiming for 16 is the better's favorite. So a couple of nice seconds on the dirt was what made me go towards the 8 in this field. And then I got a chance to meet Keith, the owner of the 6 today. John and I did the pre-race show with him upstairs, and he sat and watched and seemed like a great guy. And he claimed this 6 the Overthought, 9-1 right now. Marcelino Pedroza is aboard. He's looking for 2 in a row in this race. Alexis Clare, I'm a fan of. I think she's a really great horsewoman, super nice gal. Glad she came here to Indiana this year. She co-owns this one with Keith. She's 33% first after the claim, which it was a maiden breaking win by 4.5 lengths last time out. I got this one because of the dirt tries. I mean, this one's ran 3 times on the dirt and has a win and a third. This is the only horse in the field that does have a win other than the 9 on dirt. The 9, though, I think moving up in class a little bit and hasn't really ran on form, so I left that one out, but I know B and John are on the 9. So it's the boys against the girl here. Boys with the 9. I'm going with the 7 here on top, Big Blue. But I really like the 8 and the 6 Overthought in my picks here today. So 7, 8, 6 for me in the third. This does start the 20-cent straight fire pick 6. Got hit yesterday. Let's see if we can't build that carryover up for that. It does have a takeout of 15%. Good luck in the third here at Horseshoe Indianapolis.
The horses are coming onto the track now for race 3. This taken off the turf. It will be run over the fast main track at a mile and a 16th, a field of 7. Scratch number 1, Mr. Peterkin. 2, Flight to Paradise, and take out the 10, Ferry Boat. Scratch the 1, 2, and number 10. Race 3 features Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta. The start of another rolling double, 50 cent pick 3. 20 cent Straight Fire 6 jackpot starts anew after Wednesday's ticket. And the Straight Fire 6 paid $136,684. The jackpot starts anew fast track with 2 minutes to post time, due at the gate at 4:31. We're now less than 1 minute away from post time. Once again, this race will be run over the main track at a mile and a 16th. Fast track start to the Straight Fire 6 jackpot starts anew. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Going down to the mile and a 16th. Main track start for race 3. Fast track. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. Loading Ronnie Prescott with powerful point. Overthought Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. riding for a double. Royal to Be and Mozingo, our first 2 winners. Here's Overthought. Joins Powerful Point. Now Sammy Bermudez with Inherent Powers. Eddie Perez with Big Blue, Red Black Diamonds. Declan Cannon with TJ Munnings. Now Fernando de la Cruz with Deceiver. One more, Deshaun Parker with Bonnie the Limo Driver. This one of 4 races taken off the X-Mark turf course today. Fast main track over the mile and a 16th. They're in the gate. No. And they're off. And Overthought broke sharp toward the inside. Powerful Point with Inherent Powers starting an early bid. Deceiver and Ronnie the Limo Driver is up close today, but 4 wide as they enter the first turn, where Inherent Powers is vying for this lead with, on the outside, Overthought black with the red sleeves, and they have 7 furlongs to run. Then to the inside is Powerful Point, and Deceiver is 4th by a length and a half. Ronnie the Limo Driver is a wide 5th as they go to the back of the track. Then TJ Munnings in the green cap moving through underneath of Big Blue, a joint last. The opening quarter was 25.30 seconds, making this backstretch run. And for Sammy Bermudez, it's Inherent Powers who leads the tracking Overthought, who's in the pursuer's role, and close for Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. Deceiver just in 3rd. With to the inside Powerful Point, Ronnie the Limo Driver gaining on the far outside now for Deshaun Parker. TJ Munnings is just held up. 5 lengths off the lead. They're well grouped and Big Blue trails 6 lengths from leader to last. And it's still Inherent Powers. Through a half mile in 50.52 seconds. Inherent Powers 3/4 length as Overthought stays right there with the front runner as they round the far turn. And Ronnie the Limo Driver now speeding up in the 3 path. And Big Blue launching a 4 wide push now for Eddie Perez as they close ranks at the quarter pole. Then toward the inside is Powerful Point with TJ Munnings end. Deceiver is last. Big Blue making a sweep. As toward the inside it's Overthought who's just the leader after 3/4 in 1 minute 15.72 seconds. Overthought toward the inside with 1 furlong to go. It's Overthought who's holding on to this lead bravely. Overthought in front past the 16th holds Big Blue. Then Inherent Powers, Ronnie the Limo Driver, and Powerful Point. It's Overthought, and Overthought finishes on top. Big Blue was 2nd, Powerful Point 3rd, and Ronnie the Limo Driver finished 4th. Six, 7, 3, 9. 6 Overthought at 3-1 first. 7 Big Blue at 4-1 second. 3 Powerful Point at 9-2 third, and at 5-2 Ronnie the Limo Driver came home 4th. 147.91. Hold all bets until official. Quick double on the card for Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. Mozingo here with Overthought. Alexis Clare, Keith Hoffman's Hoffman Farms Racing, and Alexis Clare Racing Services LLC. It's Overthought's 3-1 win, 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. 147.91. Returning to the winner's circle, the 6 Overthought, a riding double for Marcelino Pedroza Jr. Overthought is a 3-year-old dark mare brown gelding by Overanalyze. Out of the Uncle Mo mare and Sally, bred in Kentucky by Fred W. Hertrich III. In town, winning owner Keith Huffman. Huffman Farms Racing LLC, there's winning trainer Alexis Clare. And for Alexis Clare Racing Services LLC, Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Overthought. 3-1 at the off. 6-7-3-9 standing by for the official. And the result confirmed by the judges. Results and prices after the running of race 3. First pick 3 on the card paid $19.85. 6-7 exacta 44.16 50-cent trifecta. 6-7-3 and even $58. 4-6 double 35.80 and the 10-cent superfecta. 6-7-3-9 paid $25.15. 7 ran 147.91. In the 4th, maiden 3-year-old filly Sprint scratched the 7 Violent Outburst. Number 7 Violent Outburst has been scratched. Race 4 of today's 10 Fast Track with exacta trifecta superfecta double pick 3, 10-cent grand high 5, 8 run in the maiden 3-year-old filly Sprint pentafecta bets. Post time in 20 minutes. Race 4 scheduled at 5:03. Reminding all Horseshoe Indianapolis fans, no live racing here tomorrow. Dark on Friday. Back with an all quarter horse card here on Saturday. Hope you can join us early. 10 a.m. kickoff here Saturday for Indiana quarter horse racing off at 10 this coming Saturday. And they're off. And Overthought broke sharp toward the inside. Powerful Point with Inherent Powers starting an early bid. Deceiver and Ronnie the limo driver is up close today, but 4 wide as they enter the first turn, where Inherent Powers is vying for this lead with, on the outside, Overthought black with the red sleeves, and they have 7 furlongs to run. Then to the inside is Powerful Point, and Deceiver is 4th by a length and a half. Ronnie the limo driver is a wide 5th as they go to the back of the track. Then TJ Munnings in the green cap moving through underneath of Big Blue, a joint last. The opening quarter was 25.30 seconds, making this backstretch run. And for Sammy Bermudez, it's Inherent Powers who leads the tracking Overthought, who's in the pursuer's role, and close for Marcelino Pedroza Jr. Deceiver just in 3rd. With to the inside, Powerful Point. Ronnie the limo driver gaining on the far outside now for Deshaun Parker. TJ Munnings is just held up. 5 lengths off the lead. They're well grouped and Big Blue trails 6 lengths from leader to last. And it's still Inherent Powers. Through a half mile in 50.52 seconds. Inherent Powers 3/4 length as Overthought stays right there with the front runner as they round the far turn. And Ronnie the limo driver now speeding up in the 3 path. And Big Blue launching a 4 wide push now for Eddie Perez as they close ranks at the quarter pole. Then toward the inside is Powerful Point with TJ Munnings end. Deceiver is last. Big Blue making a sweep. As toward the inside, it's Overthought, who's just the leader after 3/4 in 1 minute 15.72 seconds. Overthought toward the inside with 1 furlong to go. It's Overthought who's holding on to this lead bravely. Overthought in front past the 16th holds Big Blue. Then Inherent Powers, Ronnie the limo driver, and Powerful Point. It's Overthought, and Overthought finishes on top. Big Blue was second, Powerful Point third, and Ronnie, the limo driver, finished fourth.
9 minutes to race 4. We have a filly, 3-year-old maiden special weight, 6 furlongs on the fast main track. The 7 Violent Outburst is out, as both, actually just double wide, I guess, said that was named after me. The 1 is who I'm going to go with here on top. I think I ran into the trainer on the elevator, wished him good luck, asked if I had this one on top, and I do. 9-5, Indigo Mist. Good luck to the owner, Larry Best. Spread by Star Farm. Paulo Lobo is the trainer. Few he's brought here have done really well, and this one's coming off a freshening, been off for about 55 days. I like that. And in between that off time, did put in a bullet work on May 28th at the Thoroughbred Training Center. April ran at Keeneland in a really tough maiden special weight, dropping way down in class. The winner and third place finisher from that race came back to win, so you know it was tough. And then the 3 Ocean Size is who I'm going to go with next at 7-1. Ocean Size gets Jay Levelboard, who me and John were talking in the show, really riding nicely here. Love to see him, a great addition to our jockey colony. It's a 3-year-old filly that is making her 5th lifetime start. A nice second, a nice third to her credit. I looked at some of the speed figures that she's put up. She's kind of the speedy one here. She last time out at Fairgrounds, this was last year, albeit a 71, and her debut on August 17th last year, she put up a 75. I look at the Brisnet speed figures, so those are pretty nice. And it also has a string of nice works coming into this race, including a bullet work on May 28th at Keeneland, 1 of 40 from the gate too. And then I'm going to round it out with the 4, Delightful Symphony. Marcelino Pedroza is looking for the hat trick, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a double, 2 in a row, and looking to add a third. This 3-year-old filly by Medagliadora out of a Tappet dam, Delightful Joy. I did a deep dive there. Now, she only has 1 winner from 1 starter. Now, that 1 winner was a $1 million purchase, Zane Alarab by Warfront. So they have the same dam, obviously, Delightful Joy. And that sibling won first time out. So definitely has a good chance of also breaking the maiden first time out. Being that she only has 1 sibling, so not a huge pool to pull from. I put it in my try because with these first time starters, you know, it's a little bit of a question mark. The 4 is at 5-1 right now on the top board. And I also like the work, most recent work, May 24th on this one, and as well as a bullet work on May 11th from the gate, 1 of 26 at Churchill. I've got 1, 3, 4 in this 4th race, a 3-year-old maiden. They're going 6 furlongs on the dirt. This does have a Pentafecta 10-cent Grand Tie 5 and a 50-cent pick 3 in this race as well. I land on the 1, Indigo Miss, favorite at 8-5. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have your attention, please. The remainder of today's live racing card here at Horseshoe Indianapolis has now been canceled due to track conditions and riders' concerns. The remainder of today's card here at Horseshoe Indianapolis, races 4 through 10, have now been canceled. All wagers on those races, 4 through 10, there will be full refunds of all bets made on races 4 through 10. Once again, simulcasting continues here at the OTB. Casino open 24/7. However, the remainder of today's live racing card, due to track conditions and riders' concerns, have now been canceled. Full refunds on all bets on races 4 through 10. And once again, live racing scheduled to resume here on Saturday with Indiana quarter horse racing starting at 10 a.m. Once again, to repeat, the remainder of today's card at Horseshoe Indianapolis has now been canceled. Simulcasting continues at the OTB. Horseshoe Indianapolis Casino open 24/7. The rest of today's races have now been canceled.